I noticed that you posted something about Ash returned.
Oh, Ash, she did return.
Yeah.
Did you saw that?
I did see that, yeah. I mean,
That's a nice throwback. It says so everyone knows the Ash meme. If they don't, just play along with us. She says, guys literally only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. It was
Papa
me. It was Papa Mags, our banana versions, and I had the GM coffee brewing.
This week's episode is brought to you by Nona's Secret Stash of Sauce, the best sauce known to mankind and not available on shelves anywhere. Even when the freezer is full of sauce, there's still no sauce for you. You want some of Nona's sauce? Too bad. Only Nona decides who gets the sauce. This week's episode is brought to you by ThetaZillaClub Discord. Are you one of the millions of people that suffer from the embarrassment of GMing? Well, I've got great news for you. Research shows a GM Zilla from Remix Master Zilla on TZC Discord is the cure. Simply purchase a Pixzilla, verify on Discord, and every day you can remix your Zilla to a GM Zilla to provide the perfect response to all the persistent GMers out there.
Papa's popping and locking, Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Mags Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, we're back at it.
Again, we're doing it again. We liked it so much the first year. You know, everything ran smooth as a bell. Said, fuck it, let's do it again.
Yeah, and the pilot episode for Season 2 seemed okay, so let's just continue on.
Okay. I mean, until they cancel us, you know?
Yeah, which could be any time. So, dude, I noticed that one of our interns must have posted this week that we officially hit the 10,000 download mark on the Pinecast.
I saw that.
So I guess now the question is, what does that mean? What does a download mean?
I thought I knew. I don't even fucking know anymore. But I think a download is a download. So I guess this is my take. And I know I said the listens count as downloads. I don't think they do, but I don't know how any of this fucking data is aggregated. I don't know if you can. But so we have downloads, and I would assume those are people that download or subscribe.
I mean, I would guess that's
if they subscribe, they get downloads. Yeah. But then, like, a lot of people also play it, and so they. I don't know if that's considered listens, because once it's downloaded, I don't know how it can track that you listen to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because when you download it, then you can play it offline, right? I think that's the general idea. But
the funny thing then is, I think 10.4 right now or something over downloads. That doesn't include the listens, but that doesn't mean we even had 10,000 people that actually listened either.
That's true. Yeah.
Or I mean, like by episode, total, because there's just too many factors. We're not professional here, so I don't know who I owe an apology to. I'm not sure what the answer is, but I don't know. It was the best answer I could give.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
Well, yeah, you look it up and it's like, it doesn't tell you. So it's, kind of meaningless. But I can tell you that there is a relatively new listener that we spoke of before, and that's my wife. And she came in, I forget what day it was, but she comes in and she's just rolling, laughing, and comes right over to me. And she's like, where does Magnum come up with this stuff? She's like, PapaMags.com, second best place for Papa Mags content, and just was losing it over that statement. She's like, shouldn't that be the most? I was like, that's the joke.
Oh man, I love Mrs. Popper. I think she's Team Magnum. If not, we're getting there.
Yeah, you got my wife, you got our boy Kev's wife.
Please no. Let's not get into that.
But anyway, how about there was some confusion though on a joke from a I would say one of our top listeners.
Wait, A joke?
Oh, it's not a joke. No, on an actual thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know it. What is that?
The FW de Klerk effect.
Ah, yes, the FW de Klerk effect.
Of course.
Everyone knows it. It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You get any Alta Vista search and you take a look. Was it Jay Sanch? Who was it?
I believe it was Jay Sanch.
Or
yes.
Buddy Theta.
It might have been Swampy though.
Could have been Swampy. I mean, you're like, let's offend everyone but Mac. So just throw everyone under the bus. And he was calling the FW de Klerk effect the Mandela effect. And I said,
what?
no.
The what?
Yeah, I never heard of it, but he described it.
That's weird.
There's a tweet or something, and he described it, and I said, that's the FW de Klerk effect. And like, he lost it. And I'm so confused because I think, and that's exactly what the FW de Klerk effect is misremembering stuff. Like, named after FW de Klerk, the president of South Africa. People thought he died in jail, but no, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. And we've talked about this before on the show.
Yes, we have.
Which is weird coming from like our good listeners that this is the first you're hearing of the FW de Klerk effect.
Yeah. Well, now we can, now he knows history better.
Just hit up Alta Vista, plug it in there. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. And yeah, speaking, you brought Buddy Theta up. If there's one person keeping you in line.
Oh, man. God.
It's not me. It's Buddy.
My buddy Theta.
Team Popper.
He's, man, he just is relentless on holding me accountable. And
as he should be.
Was he like an intern we had at one point that we fired?
Man.
A lot of people have it out for me, but you know what I will say, what I like about Buddy is he hasn't brought a lawsuit against me yet. So knock on wood. So we got that going. As long as you're not getting sued, right?
Yeah, that's a great start. Season 2, episode 2, we're still lawsuit free.
Lawsuit free. Oh, that's good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. So, hey, we had some Pine news this week. One of our colleagues, Mr. URP, he made it into a special club, I see.
The 4 Pins Club.
The 4-pinner. Yeah. Ladies
and gentlemen, I like these cryptic, to me, they feel cryptic messages I get from you. Because, like, it's you, like most people, you never know when you have any free time or if it's like you're busy and you have to get the information out. So I can never tell with you. But I get a message and it says, URP. That was the message. And I was like, what?
Yep.
And then all I saw was him. I don't know if it was our side group talking about getting a banana because Magnum's not having his altered pine count because it's not in the metadata, which also is a pauperism as well.
But it's facts.
So it took me like 20 minutes to figure out that he got Catch's banana pine, the really good one.
Yeah, that really nice one. Yeah.
So that blew me away. So then I'm like, oh crap, let me take a look into this. Bloop, 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 and saw that there was 9. So there's 11 total TPO
pins. Yeah.
So there's 11 total of those, and so they're rare.
Yeah.
And it's the rarest accessory. I mean, and then we're not getting into the whole shoulder laser thing because there's 12 of those right now, but it's the same thing as the tri-beam. So tri-beam as you must. As pins go, there's only 4 pins in the attributes, correct? In the accessories category.
Yeah, there's
right?
4 pins. Yeah,
there's 4 pins. So I looked at all the pines and all the accounts, and I saw 11 of the 11, 9 people are in the 4-pin club. And you're not even the most recent member.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the new guy anymore. That's pretty cool.
The guy who started it all is the new guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that was cool seeing all the pines. I had to go into Metal Cooler's wallet
Oh
And,
yeah. Well, not you, but
oh yeah, not me. The intern,
yeah.
Jake.
Oh,
Do we have a Jake yet?
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. He'll be fired before the morning. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Jake, check that out. I had to show him how to do it. So, like I always do.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
That figures.
big news on the pine front. You know, who said pines are dead? You know?
Yeah, no, that was nice to see. And obviously, we also have the Grove opened. And I don't know if you've been in there lately, but the hoverboard game challenge is over.
I have been in there, and I assumed that it was over, so I didn't go back to it.
Did you check the standings to see who won?
Nope.
Friend of the Pinecast,
Who?
Space Brood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Canadian grass. No,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, no, Space Brood. Because I hopped on the hoverboard and I was like, oh wait, it's not starting the race. So I hopped off the hoverboard and ran over to the standings, and I was like, ah, Space Brood, nice, sick. So I mean, I heard some rumors, but I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised with coming in first place.
He came in first. He beat out
Yeah.
Spooky
He did.
and that other guy.
He came in first. It was like 106 and change. They were all really close at the top.
Wow, good for him. That's really good. And we've met Space Brood at ThetaCon
Yep.
2022. Good dude.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't check the game because I knew it was over and I didn't want to look at the board in disgust of my shortcomings. But then, you know, if I was disgusted with all my shortcomings, I'd be disgusted all the time.
Oh boy.
But
Okay.
I just keep going in like every day and just poking in to see if I can get in any of the rooms, and I can't. So that's my thing now.
So I don't know if you remember this far back, but last week we had mentioned a little something about Baller and his NFT in the museum.
Do we have to? I forgot about this. Go ahead. Do we have to talk about this?
Well, there's just yes.
Okay.
So basically, when my wife came in praising you for how funny you are and how great you are and this and that, I was like, oh, well, how about this one? Does this picture match this picture? And she said no. I said, oh, thank you. So she agreed with me.
This isn't what matches. This isn't. This goes into intent of
Intent
picture.
can't be measured.
Not by you, but
Not
maybe
by
someone
anybody.
by juries of your peers. Absolutely. But the jury's still out on that.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin in that one. We'll get back to that some other time.
Okay.
But you son of a bitch, I didn't think you're gonna. I totally forgot about that, and I wish you didn't bring it up, but you did. And,
Well, the funniest part is that he did take a picture of him next to a picture that wasn't his NFT. That's the funniest part of this whole story.
It is his NFT. NFT.
It's not.
It has the same name on the dog tag.
There's plenty of dogs that have the same name on their dog tags.
There's that look the same.
That dog looks the same as
the physical
the
dog.
other dog too, Scoopy.
Right, but Scoopy
exactly the same.
Scoopy. Okay. Scoopy's dog tag says Scoopy on it, though. That's how you know it's Scoopy.
The only difference. There's one difference, and you got three differences on yours.
The background?
Background doesn't. Okay, so two differences.
And two, it could be zoomed in so much you couldn't see the grass.
I'm not even counting the grass.
Or the T-Fuel floater.
I'm not counting that either.
They upgraded the glasses. They just put a Theta
That's
logo.
Difference.
They lighted
That's the difference.
They lighted up the glasses.
Yeah.
On the thing.
Okay. I was just saying glasses as one is a difference, but
well, I'm saying there's two differences. I'm being transparent, like the glasses.
Right. But those glasses are the same as Scoopy's. This one says blues. They both say blues, but the collars are different, so it can't be that one.
It could be just an alternate picture of him. It's a picture of his NFT in a different representation.
You know what? I think Buddy Theta is going to have the last word on
that. Fuck! We're cutting this out.
All right, so let's talk bananas.
Please,
dude.
buddy, don't. We'll just buddy, please. Let's put a pin in it for another week. I beg you.
So, all right, we got to talk bananas.
Well,
what?
Okay, but we do have to talk bananas.
Why?
And
Is there something else I'm missing for Pines?
Nope, this is a good transition. But I think before Pines, if you recall, had a especially during Pine Madness, and the PNN came to prominence. Do you remember that?
Yes.
The Pine News Network with Pinderson Cooper.
I'm pretty aware of. Yes, that was very aware. Yes.
Also, twins were introduced on PNN. Also,
they were.
Okay. Well, I have breaking news for you.
You're kidding me.
And I'm gonna play our audience a clip.
Hey, Secret Pineapples! Skull and Bananas is launching today. Don't you look away. Make hay. James has made pure fire, caught lightning in a can. He's the man. Tell your fam. Skulls and bananas go together like pineapple on pizza. Clearly. Bananas you'll be peeling, new features you'll be revealing. So tonight, make some noise. Even tag the boys. Bored apes need to pop their rare robot cherry. There's a new player on OpenSea. S&B is coming to Ethereum with a smile. Sorry, Kyle. Remember, the 10s and 10s buy 10s and 10s. Tell them Pop and Mag sent ya.
That's amazing. Oh, man. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah. Hey, they're back. Shots fired. I like not being the target. It's great.
We're actually, they're saying that, we were sent, right?
Yeah.
We sent them.
Yeah. It sounds. I'm getting credit. Wow. Normally they're just bashing me, but that's great.
And so they're back, and they were wearing green, which was a nice color on them too. So
okay.
The twins are back on PNN.
Great. That's awesome. So that's cool. So that's going to be on Tuesday, I'm assuming.
After this episode goes out, yeah.
Oh, cool.
That will be out.
Very cool. So yeah, as they said, we got the mint coming up, and it's going to be an event on Tuesday, right? You got an hour for your Mudra, you got an hour for your Pine whitelist, you got an hour for your Discord whitelist, and then it's free for all. So should be exciting. I'm curious to see really how many go. You know what I mean? Should be interesting. I don't think either way. Obviously an immediate sellout would be great, but
that's
even
not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. But even
I'd love to see it.
It's one of those things where, yes, it would be awesome. But at the same time, if this thing can drag out a little bit longer, then I'm going to have an option to be grabbing a couple extra that I wouldn't be able to grab normally. So,
right.
I'm not.
And not financial advice. It's actually bad advice. So don't take it from me, but that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah.
Forward to doing that. Scooping up.
Everybody knows we don't give financial advice.
No.
So
my tax guy can confirm that.
But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to the process and, getting a couple cans for sure. As quick as those pineapples went, it's like these are going to go at some point. I don't really have too much question about it. So, if I can grab a couple a week until they're gone, that works for me.
It's one of those things. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm just excited anyway. And it is like, we're like Theta people. This is a great project. And I think it's a good thing overall for Pines, which is good for Theta. So,
yeah, exactly. Somebody mentioned something on one of my posts this week and was like, oh, why isn't this dropping on Theta Drop? And honestly, the participation in Theta Drop is dwindling, and everyone can see that. You're not going to get even the same people that bought pineapples to buy bananas, and it's going down and down. So the idea, which I agree with, is let's try Ethereum. Let's try to gain some of that crowd over there, and then as long as the pines remain special, which Rare has said many times that they're going to, then it could lead to eyes. Well, it will lead to eyes on the pines. And then, you just got to hope that whatever is special about the pines shines through to these guys and makes them want to come over to Theta to grab them. And the beauty of it is now they don't even have to KYC on Theta Drop to get it. They can go to Open Theta or Theta Rarity. So
agreed. Yeah. So for a myriad of reasons, I don't know what that means. I've heard it. It sounds like it fits in.
Yeah, it means a lot.
About. Sure. I mean, we got even more news with the bananas this week.
Yeah, I mean, what a week, really. Honestly. So it actually started with you.
And I'm even James knows too, because he's super humble. He knows how humble I am, and he released mine Magnum.
Yeah.
Banana. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
With the alternate hat, which we learned is a gadget.
Yes, exactly.
We learned a lot on that Twitter space this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got one coming up tomorrow too. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more.
Yeah, no, the Twitter space was really cool, talking about these gadgets where you can impact your NFT and update it basically based on, a few different things. It sounds like there's going to be a market, just a general market to purchase gadgets from, and then there's going to be the peel effect where you can like choose your own route, which way you want to go. So that would impact also a gadget, I believe.
And I think we kind of saw the example, I want to say, on skullandbananasweb.com with there was one of the bananas that like you can see through kind of with the bones and stuff.
Yeah.
That looks cool. And then he gets transformed and it looks like he gets to a samurai. And he's got like the sword through his head or whatever, right?
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's an example. So it shows your thing, and then you do the transform. Now, James mentioned the tree, and I was also watching. I was telling you I watched Point Break this weekend. I also watched X-Men: Days of Futures Past, just because X-Men: Days of Futures Past. If you haven't seen it, or because you're not the only one I'm talking to. Like I'm talking to the audience, right?
Yeah, obviously.
But basically, the Sentinel program, the Sentinels hunt down the mutants, and they said Wolverine back in time because he's the only one strong enough to do it to change the past. And so I know it's kind of like a Terminator thing also, right? Is
yeah.
James mentioned that the bananas is taking place over time and space, right? It's different periods.
Yeah, they're time capsules. Yeah.
So you could choose the path of the samurai, it seems like, and maybe go into samurai times, right? I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. So like I think Ketch said to James that it was like or James said to Ketch, one of them said to each other that it's like a choose your own adventure. These dynamic NFTs, they'll be able to change the way you want them, and which is pretty cool. And we don't know what these peel effects are going to look like either, which is also kind of cool because we'll all be seeing it maybe when people use the peel effect, right?
Yeah, I think so. And what's cool about it is you can do the peel effect, but you can also go back to your standard.
Right.
So it's not like it changes your NFT forever. You get to choose between peel or unpeeled.
Right. So, and generatives and customs will have peel effects as well.
Yep.
So it's not just certain bananas have peel effects. Sounds like they're all going to have peel effects.
Exactly. Right.
So, I mean, that's like something that I haven't seen.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything really like that either. And I'm curious where this is going to go with that tree and the lore. So, but yeah, no, it sounds very interesting. And yeah, dude, I'm fully on board. And it's obviously not financial advice. I don't care who buys them, but I'll be there.
Yeah, I like that put out because like I'm not trying to shill. I'm just excited about it.
Exactly. And let's be honest, you got a Magnum banana, and I got a Popper banana.
Right.
And honestly, that didn't really change my mind. Like that didn't alter my
Right.
opinion or what I'm going to do. Yeah,
Sure. That was
I
our
was
game plan anyway, was to
exactly.
try to get as many of these as we can.
Yep, be
Yeah,
all
but
in pretty much. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I was gonna go because then Chief revealed his Darth
Yeah,
Vader banana,
right. Yep,
which is insane. That
it's
thing.
for sure. All right, now, okay. Before we get to Chief, like honestly, which one speaks to you more, Magnum the pineapple or Magnum the banana?
The
Which
pineapple.
one? The
'Cause
pineapple. Okay.
I so yeah, this is pondering. So what James did on that banana is crazy. It looks so much like, and he told me, and I can't, once again, I can't express how thankful and grateful I am for James for designing that. I don't know if we mentioned this before, but when they told us we could get a custom banana, they said we could have different ideas. Me and you both looked at each other and were like, we kind of want our own guys, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so we never even, and they said, well, if James can't do it, then submit some other stuff. And so we didn't even get back to Ketch, and Ketch came back to us and he goes, no, James is going to do it. So it's like, great. We didn't have
Yeah.
to make that decision. The detail on the banana is amazing. It captures, I don't know any way you could capture classic Magnum from the 1980s better as a banana than that thing. It just, I've told you, I might have bored people with it, but I've rewatched a lot of, I think I'm on season 5. I took a pause after Christmas recess, like I'm a kid, and haven't got back to it yet, but it screams classic Magnum. Now, I like, so now if we're talking Magnum pineapple, myself, he's got that smile that's almost like,
Oh yeah.
it's almost like it's sarcastic, but it's also sincere. So you kind of don't know if he's being sincere or sarcastic. I mean, he's humble. And it does, I mean, as a pineapple, like it looks like Magnum, but it also looks like a little bit different than Magnum. So it's like it's its own flair to Magnum versus like a dead-on banana version. So I don't know
Yeah.
what your take is on yours.
Yeah, honestly, when they mentioned to us that, I don't think we told anybody that they were gonna make a Magnum and a popper for us. Like that was the idea. I was like, man, how is this gonna work? Like how is this gonna look anything like them? And then he drops them this week, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like I could not picture that in my head, and both of them are just ridiculous. I honestly don't know. I think obviously Popper is near and dear, but yeah, I don't know. If I had to choose one, that would be a hard choice for sure. Now, what about the Vaders? Which Vader do you think? Because now it's a little bit like, there's no sentimental value in the Vader.
I mean, they're two different art styles, kind of, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's something that makes me smile about the pineapple Vader, but that the banana Vader is just like, whoa, like that thing
Yeah.
is scary, dude. It's like scary good, but it's like that thing is intimidated. The pineapple holding a banana, not as intimidating.
Right. Yeah. A splash of humor in the pineapple.
Right. I think the pineapples are more humorous, and that's maybe why I'm drawn more to the pineapples.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I could see that. Yeah. The bananas seem more serious. Yeah.
They seem more serious, but which maybe they are. I
Well,
don't know.
it makes sense kind of with the lore, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a little dark.
Yeah, and then the last one that just got revealed the other day was Char. Congrats to our boy Char. What a sick banana that is. I mean, I don't. All right, so I was waiting on Char getting like a Charizard pineapple, and I was like, how is, like, I couldn't picture that. I mean, granted, I couldn't picture a Char banana, But man, he made that work big time.
I had a hunch that it was going to get done in banana because I'm like, how come we haven't seen a pine for Char yet? So I just had a feeling that it was going to be done as a banana. I guess not. I mean, not that it couldn't.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
As a pine, but I thought this was the way, and it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see that peel effect.
Oh man, yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing. So I forget which day it was, and I think you might have saw the Magnum before me. I don't know. I think a bunch of people saw it because it was posted, I think, in the Discord. Yeah. I think I was sleeping in, whatever. And then I was like, wait, what's going on? And I was like, holy crap. And then James reaches out to me and dude, he was up till 5 a.m. working this thing.
Wow.
He was up all night, and it was probably 6 a.m. his time when we're chatting. And I was just like, I can't believe it. I love it. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I just couldn't, he couldn't stop. He was just like in the Magnum zone. And he also said he was rewatching some Magnum, classic Magnum to get it right, which definitely shows. So the detail's amazing, and I'm super appreciative.
Yeah, absolutely.
For that.
Yeah, we can't thank Rare enough for that, and Catch too. So that was awesome.
And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by GuardiansOfTheta.com, offering 0% one-click Theta Guardian staking with random monthly token giveaways. Guardians also airdropped everyone staking with him an NFT that you're able to stake and earn T-Vibe. 100% uptime, 0 fees, random giveaways, what's not to love? Stop paying 4% and come join the fam with Guardians of Theta. This week's episode is brought to you by Skull and Bananas. The Rare Robot is at it again. Secret Pineapple Society, the OG generative project on Theta Drop, is live in the Grove and is branching off into the next phase of the project on ETH with the release of the Bananas. The Bananas are a generative project with 7,777 bananas minting around $200 on ETH. Customs will be mixed in as well. Minting starts on May 30th at skullandbananas.com. There's a link to the mint page also found at poppinmags.com. Come check out some of the bananas and dig into the lore.
Poppin' Mags, yeah. Poppin' Mags. Poppin' Mags Podcast. Poppin' Mags Podcast.
So this week, all of a sudden one day, I go into Zilla Discord, and there's just like complete and total chaos going on, and I have no idea like what it is. It looks like Pine Games all over again, but just a little bit different. So it seems like Zilla and our boy Mac put together this game. I think it was WWZ. I don't know if that stands for like World War Zilla or what's going on. But yeah, I know that you got it. You were in one of the first rounds, right?
No, I think a lot of it was going on. I was telling you off air that I was doing some yard work.
Oh,
so
that was the yard work day?
That was one of the yard work days, but that was a lot of the cutting on that day. I was exhausted. I came in and I had I was listening to music or whatever, so I didn't look at my phone. And I come back and I look at my phone, and I saw I had a DM from Zilla, and he's like, dude. And I was like, hey, what's up, man? He goes, you ready? And I was like, ready for what? And then just this WWZ madness happened. So I was in like 1 or 2 before you got in.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of like a Pine Games, right?
Yep.
Except you train you train your Zilla, and it updates some attributes and gives you some different things, and then you go into battle, and it seems like the battle is random, but instead of like one-shot kills, you're taking energy down on people.
Right. Hit
and
points.
You can have like multiple, like one attack can hit multiple people too. So then you're losing energy and you're losing health. It was
so we're testing. Yeah. And so I just want to be clear. So what you're saying is, or what I think you're trying to say is that you select a Zilla to train, and then you train the Zilla, and it spits out it spits out your Zilla reimagined into a different Zilla character. So it's like the base character is the same.
Right.
But it may have different attributes. So there's like an insane amount of stats. Let's just call them stats, and
Yeah.
maybe like up to 4 or 5 stars. Kind of like those old X-Men cards where you see the different like power levels of different like things. Do you remember them? No, am I
Nope.
too
But
old? Yeah.
no, you're not too old.
So okay. All right. So anyways, it spits out like a random. So your Zilla has a different like weapon and like tail attack and clothes. I think that fit whatever. You can retrain it if you don't like it. So if you don't like the different attributes, how many stars you have in different categories, then you could retrain it. And so once you're good with it, I think you have up to maybe 9.
Yep.
Right. And I don't think I did more than 3. And you can like reset it, retrain it. You could also like, I'm not liking him. You could throw another Zilla to get trained before the game starts and maybe try to train that one up. And then, yeah, so then it spits out and then you get into this randomized game based on different abilities that the Zillas have.
Yep. And the training is also randomized and one-off, right? So it's not like you can't just continue to train the same Zill and it gets better and better.
Yeah, they don't retain from round to round.
Right, exactly.
So it's a brand new day. You never know what you're gonna get. The sword seemed so OP. I never got the one time I got the sword, they had to freaking reset it. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think that was intentional. They were saying, there's some issue. And I'm like, and it was like my first go. The stats were like all through the roof and he had a sword. I'm like, this is my game to lose. And next thing you know, we're experiencing technical difficulties and we're going to have to start this back up in like 10. And then like 15 minutes later, people are training their Zillas again. And I'm like, no, my Zillas should be good. Nope, he wasn't. I had to do it over again. So there was that. And then did you see this glitch? Or I don't know if you'd call it a glitch. I don't know if it was attack on me, but I have the #1 ranked zombie Pixilla, right?
Yeah, with the
atomic
smoking.
breath.
Oh, the atomic breath. Yep.
The atomic breath. So I had him, and it's cool. Like his atomic breath's going. So that's what I'm saying. It captures the essence of your character. And I finished 3rd place. And you know how like on the Olympics they have like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and first is higher than 2nd.
Yeah.
And then 3rd is the lowest, right? Well, I was 3rd, but my Zilla was like supremely shrunken and small
and floating.
And yeah, so there was a lot of shots fired at me when I had the sword, and then this alleged 3rd place finish where I was miniaturized, which was not cool.
Yeah, before I noticed that the game was going on, I noticed some strange activity in this resale market. I was like, what the heck? Like, why is that Zilla selling for 500 T fuel, 250 T? Like, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was swords. It was some other rare attributes. Maybe the theta wrap, I think he calls it.
I did see that one go for a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And swords were going for a lot too.
Well, swords, right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's awesome. I hopefully, I don't know what they have planned for it, but it was fun, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing it again.
It's tell everyone what you said after playing it.
Oh yeah, I said. Well, I said that it was a lot more fun than Pine Games, but comparatively, the prizes suck. No prizes. No custom pines.
Right. But I mean, the Pine Games, if the Pine Games was set up like that, it would take a day and a half
to
finish.
Forever.
So yeah, it was
because basically each round was one person attacking. Or one person not having the energy to attack and having to take a nap.
Right, or not even listed. Usually,
Yep.
You could go a few things, then you'd have to Pine Games. You have to scroll back. Like, did my name come up? And I remember, like, I'm following it just to throw back to Pine Games, and then you're like, "Oh, sorry, dude." I'm like, "What? I don't see my fucking name." and then I scroll up a couple because there was like a quick dump where a couple rounds went for
Yep.
release. And I was like, damn it, I'm dead. But at least in the Pine
Yeah.
games, there was resurrections. I didn't
True.
get any.
I didn't
I'm not
either.
I'm not as good as Sugar Baby with those resurrections. She
Ah,
got
man.
yeah.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh God.
All right. Well, listen, it's been a while since we had like Theta Drop drama,
Do we
but
have some?
there was a little bit this week. Yes. So HGH, May has been challenge month for HGH. His birthday is in May, and he's really been, given a lot of pugs away. Some of the ones this week were super difficult to get. One of them was a surfer pug that you needed 5 legendary pugs to get, which is, I think there's only 8 legendaries to begin with. And those are the expensive ones. So that one was hard to get. And then there was another one for the golden pug, and you needed 75 pugs to get that one. So actually coming into this week, I only had 4 legendary, and the cheapest one on the market was like $400 for the CEO pug. And I just couldn't do it, right? So I was just going to give up on the surfer pug. And then
you didn't have an extra American Idol stage you could throw?
Oh man, it was not accepted.
Oh man, you hate to hear that.
But I was like, oh wait, I think I have a pack still that I haven't opened. I did. I had 2 pug packs.
That's ballsy. Oh boy.
I had 2 pug packs, and I ripped the first one open. Kung Fu pug, just as common as they get.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm pot committed at this point, and I ripped it open. ThetaZilla pug, bro. It was a legendary, and I qualified for the surfer, so I was able to get that. And then I went to qualify for the golden pug.
Mm-hmm.
And
is that
you need
75?
Yep. And I pop it in there, and it's like it autofills 55 out of 75. I'm like, wait a minute. No, I know I have enough. Like, just barely, but I have enough.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? And
wait. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I kept on like refreshing, and I saw that others were qualifying and getting it. So I'm like, I don't like, this is ridiculous. What's going on here? Went on Discord, and it's the other people were also having the same problem where it was like, it's only telling me I have 65 and I have more than that and this and that. Well, it turned out that Theta Drop didn't include all of the challenge pugs in the ability to claim this. So, HGH always right on top of it with Theta Drop, got on the horn with them. They took the pug down. They did whatever they had to do in the background, got it back up, and was able to qualify and got it. So just another little challenge, sitting there sweating for a little while.
You made out.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
I mean, I want to hear the story where you just get you get wrecked, but you don't tell them. And if you do, I don't hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't tell those stories.
Well, that's
for the most part.
That's good to hear. I know you don't like to open stuff after release, like to try to sell it or hold on.
It's funny because I really haven't sold. Well, I guess no, Chambers I did, and I got burned by it. You heard that story? That was me getting wrecked.
Oh yes,
trading a custom.
Kind of. I mean, you made the deal.
But I got wrecked.
You did.
I know. So you enjoyed it.
I kind of a little bit.
All right. So,
I withdraw that.
So speaking of like Theta, right? We had a hackathon delay. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
Yeah. So I believe it was related to the issues that were being taken care of with MetaCannes. Right. So the video API wasn't working properly. So the hackathon the entries were extended for a week. But there was also on the Theta Discord, I'm not sure if you noticed.
I'm not on the Theta Discord, but go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, so there was a bunch of people coming out of the woodwork, and they're trying to like ask questions and get some help regarding this hackathon. It's generating interest, but people coming over, they got some questions. They're not like the API is not working and things aren't working. And it's just, they had to wait a long time to get answers. And to me, it's like, you need to have somebody, if you're going to have a hackathon where there's an entry time limit, right? Then you need to have somebody that's like on the point here on the Discord to explain like what's going on, and like, don't worry about it. We're going to get to it. We're going to extend it, but then it's like after the fact, oh, we're extending it because of this. But, it just, comes down to communication. I'm big on communication and making sure that everyone's on the same page, but it just, unfortunately, that's not what was happening. So
Okay.
disappointing, but and also, not for nothing, but Zilla better win something in this hackathon just for
is he entering?
I don't know, man. He should win for Zilla Pass from last year.
Or what about this WWZ? Maybe this.
I don't know. I told him he should. Why not? But I don't think that he's really too concerned with it, especially after getting burned last year.
Jobbed.
Yeah, Steve jobbed.
No. What would Kev say? Jimmy Jam Job?
Jimmy Jam Job. That's right. But yeah, after submitting the piece of technology that so many different Discords are now using and getting nothing for it, where we see what the winners did, it's just silliness. So.
Well, I can report that MetaCannes working great. I've been checking some stuff out on there.
Okay, cool.
Over the weekend, over my long weekend.
Did you watch any of the panels?
I watched the JT Dub panel, friend of the Pinecast.
Shout out.
Justin Trevor Winters. Yeah.
No chance he's listening to this one.
No, he goes. Yeah. So Jordan's running the panel, and she's great at these panels, like a natural. She should take over our job. She's, we shouldn't be allowed near a guest,
Call me, Jordan. Give me a call.
So anyways, I saw this coming, we've talked with Justin a couple of times, and Jordan introduces the panel. Justin's the last to get introduced. I said,
"Oh no."
I said, "Oh,
good thing he's humble."
I noticed he wasn't addressed yet. He was the last one. I go, he's going to say something about this. I know he's going to say something about this. And wouldn't you know it? Like the first thing out of his mouth was like, "Oh, thanks. I can't believe I'm introduced last. That's not what my contract said," or something like that. So I was dying. It felt like Justin.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a good panel.
Humble.
Going to try to watch it a little more tomorrow, and then it looks like Tuesday morning. I think it's Dunzo for the
I think so.
Yep, I think that's what they put out. So that's
cool.
Good.
So you're enjoying it though? Some good movies on there, or?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's I'm not in the biz, so like I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about this stuff. I'm more qualified to talk about pineapple NFTs.
Yeah.
So no, it's good stuff. It runs smooth, and I'm enjoying it. So I think mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's running smooth and you're getting access to what you should have access to, then that is a success.
Yeah.
So how about Space Junk? We had some voting.
Well, we had some voting. I know last episode I asked you to watch the 14-minute episode. I'm going to go on a limb and say you didn't watch it.
Why would you say that?
Because you haven't mentioned it to me. Did you? Okay, Popper, did you watch it?
I was hoping you weren't going to bring this up.
Did you watch it?
I was hoping you weren't going to bring this up.
I see how that works.
I
guess I'm going to have to leave both of those in then.
Yeah, I will. I'm watching it as soon as we get off here tonight.
Okay, because Humble Mags. Actually, funny story. That's my character, or one of my characters that I made was Mags the
Yeah.
Humble.
Yep.
And he's what were those things called?
FYBs.
FYBs. Check it out. So, like last I looked, you were leading on FYBs. For
Mm.
your story, that was 100% computer generated.
It was 100% computer generated. Now, okay. Now hold on.
Okay.
You also last week you asked me if I read your story, and I didn't. Okay, I read part of it, and then afterwards
we read each other's stories afterwards.
I read it. Right.
Yep.
Yes.
What'd you think of that story?
I thought it was hilarious, and to be honest,
tour de force.
I didn't realize that you could alter it. You know what I mean? So mine was 100% AI generated on the first try, and I just minted it.
This is exactly where I want this to go right now. So this
You're
is
welcome.
all good. The story is good. I like my story because I read yours when I did mine.
Yes.
They fit. I'm trailing in the standings big time, and I just find that funny that and you didn't do anything wrong. I'm not that.
Well,
the
zero
people,
effort. Yeah.
Well, and that goes to the thing where is AI going to take over stuff? Because I heard, they're going to have to like clean stuff up and this and that. Well, you just shot at the top of the standings. I basically gave it the idea, and then I refined the parts that I think needed to be refined. And I'm like the Bad News Bears. I'm going nowhere.
Honestly, I think people were just voting me up because of the name of my character.
Mags the Humble is not a good character name.
I don't know.
What was your character name again?
Sheriff Popper, the Dominator of Magnum Pineapple.
Well, maybe I do have a lot of haters. Maybe they're just anything to smear me, right?
Yeah, I mean, where do these FYBs come from? And can you buy them? Because maybe Buddy Theta was all mine.
I think every account can vote. I think for different stories they like. And man, I got so many that I still have to write. It's just been a busy week that I haven't got to. I need to get on that.
All you have to do is click.
Well, you're right. You do. I watched. I don't know. This would have been helpful too. Maybe because I don't have alerts set. But the Wrangler put out a video on how to do it, and I didn't even know this part. Like I assumed you could edit because I could see I could move stuff. So like I'm like, oh, I can edit, and that was my understanding. And I didn't know this. When it shoots out, it gives you, the was it like 5 things on that piece of paper?
Yes. So I did change those.
Oh, you did? You reordered them?
Yes, I did.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Wrangler's video explained that to me. Well, it's the highest is the most precedence of how it's going to come up.
Right.
And I didn't know that. I didn't even know I could move that. So you moved I think the least obvious thing, and I moved the most obvious thing. And I'm in the bottom of the standings. So 25 games out. Something like that.
That's okay. It's only May.
But yes, I guess all that passive aggressive, just to highlight that there was a vote. And did you take part of the vote?
I did vote, yes.
So, okay. So you don't even know who these characters are because you didn't watch, and then you voted. Okay.
I did vote, yes.
But so the voting did come out, and
in all of mine were like 8%. I was the only one to vote like for what I voted for.
I don't think anything. I think one of mine came up. The rest, no.
Okay.
So
tell me it wasn't the school bus full of children.
That was not. It was not a school bus full of children.
That has me concerned that people voted that.
Actually, none of mine came. I think I picked the dolphin.
I picked the dolphin too.
Yeah, the dolphin was
with the
8%.
Fists, with the large fists.
Yeah, so none of mine came up either. As I'm looking.
And I picked the. Was it something about the goats?
The goats. I think I picked the goats too. And what about
that's messed up.
Well, Becca's name for Meta Baby.
Oh, not the one and not QWERTY. What was
Captcha?
The other one? Captcha, yeah.
That's what I voted. So we probably did the
same.
same.
That's disgusting.
No wonder why. You know, they probably looked at FYBs and they took the aggregate and they said, "Oh yeah, this is not going anywhere because Mags is so low. I just brought everyone down."
That's amazing. All right, so hey, there's also a little other news here. I don't know if you noticed, our boy Mark Plant, aka former FKA, I guess FKA Theta Diamond. He changed up the format of his daily diamonds now. So now instead of a daily auction for his daily diamonds, he makes a daily diamond and then sells. There's 10 copies of it, so that way more people can get these. They were in for a while. They were in really high demand. Yeah, so he decided to, there's some where people, more than one person wants it, and it leads to some price wars, like the one that Swampy had with the empty pool. So he changed that up. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but he announced a new project.
I did not.
Astro Builders. No idea really what it's about yet. It was just kind of, the name was dropped and some art was dropped for it. It looks like it's like alien dudes. There's 1,369 of them, I believe he said. So I'm assuming they're generative of some sort, but he seems hyped about it. He's been dropping a little hints about it and seems really hyped. So I'm curious to see what he's got under the covers here for that one.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah, Astro Builders. It's got a Twitter account already too.
Oh, I'm gonna have to follow. Speaking of Mark, and we have, what is it, the next week? Right? Not this week that people are out with the bananas, but
June
we have
6th.
Wes's. We have the Outliers dropping on Open Theta.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's coming next week, right? I believe. And that is all his artwork as well. Yeah.
Correct.
And I don't know if you noticed, also kind of a big week for Theta Rarity.
Yeah, before I wrote stuff down, I had this on my notes, in my mental notes, and I didn't write it down. But yes, good call. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they had, obviously the Theta Pups were the first drop that they had on Theta Rarity, and they were chugging along right off the rip, and then kind of slowed down a bit. And then I noticed this week that they dropped the price just to, they were trying to mint these things out and get on to the next phase.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations, all of the Theta Pups have been sold.
Minted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, minted. My apologies. Yeah, they're all minted at this point. So Theta Rarity's first drop is fully minted out. And also they started up a staking program with Theta Dragons. And to be honest, dude,
it's fire, right?
It is. Yeah, it is fire, literally. And I like the way that it's being done.
Agreed.
Because you don't have to mess with each one individually. Like if you have 100 dragons, it's just one click of the button, and you're staking your wallet address.
Yep.
Not the actual singular
wallet
NFT.
addresses that
addresses. Yeah, sure.
I did this is even I put a wallet that I didn't have my dragons in, any dragons in, but I added it to my account, so then I could have I claimed some fire to test it out, and I had to go to that account. You don't even need. Yeah.
Nice.
It worked. Yep. Because I already did the was it the token contract or whatever it is in the 18 decimals.
Yeah.
Yep. So I added that to this wallet.
Yep.
Didn't have any Theta Dragons, never did, and took all the other wallets that I had Theta Dragons in from when I netted in Fire, and then had it sent to that wallet. So how you like them apples?
Very cool. So yeah, I think I saw somewhere that there's the next piece of that puzzle is coming out as far as that project. So let's see what happens there. But props to this staking mechanism where you don't have to go in, and because Theta Vibes, no disrespect, I got a bunch of them, and it's like it takes me a little while to collect my T Vibe.
Mm-hmm.
This is much quicker, where it's just you stake the address and you collect. It's just one collection, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe it might be something to take note. We're still waiting on K Fuel, right?
Still waiting on everything else. Yeah.
Everything else.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I had. I did see some other Twitter activity. I noticed that you posted something about Ash returned.
Oh, Ash, she did return.
Yeah.
Did you saw that?
I did see that. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's a nice throwback. Everyone knows the Ash meme. If they don't, just play along with us. She says, "Guys literally only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting." And it was it was
Papa
me.
Max.
It was Papa Max, our banana versions, and I had the GM coffee brewing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The char
So
upgrade.
that's something also too. I think James and Ketch mentioned also as gadgets go, the GM coffee mugs might be gadgets also. It sounded like. Was that your
Yeah, I do
impression?
think so. Yes.
Oh, I know Zilla's got a very funny way to do that, and that's interesting. And I like switching them up. I love my Mags pineapple Good Morning one, and now
yeah.
I got and now I got this one. Oh yeah, so shout out to Char, right? who
Yeah, for
who
sure.
did those? Always, we should be shouting out to Char.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goes without saying, but we're gonna say it anyway. You know, maybe the Bananas and Pines and Zillas are gonna take over GMs. I think we should.
We absolutely should.
Fuck
Absolutely.
yeah.
I also noticed this week that it's Twitter official that Imperial is greater than metric system.
Is that what we use?
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Okay. Oh, I always called it standard.
No, it's called Imperial.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so for I mean, we're not big on reporting like crypto news here, but Fahrenheit
news in general.
Yeah, or
like,
I mean
anything useful.
Yeah. But yeah, Fahrenheit took over Celsius, so there it is.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You know what Celsius is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna regard that. Yes, I did. Yes, the tweet that was very good. I thought maybe this was like never mind, but it did. I can confirm.
I mean, I was just taking
You had the
shots at our
receipts.
Europeans. Yeah.
Yeah, you had the receipts.
Actually, basically everybody in the world except for America, right, uses metric.
I like our system. Well, Sushi Cat, also a friend of the Pinecast. We can shout any friends of the Pinecast out, but when she does her cooking streams, they have different cooking in Australia. So they have an Australian tablespoon, and it's like, don't quote me, don't fact check me, buddy, but I think it's like 1.5 of like our tablespoon.
You'll find out Tuesday morning.
Did you want to take any shots at Mac, or are we just going to continue the clean sheet?
No, I got no shots to take at Mac. He knows that he's a high-standing pine in my gallery of friends, and just upstanding gentleman, and doesn't like ranch. So yeah, he's a good guy.
A couple more notes, and honestly, if you're still listening, congratulations. I wonder what the odds would have been. So you see, the Celtics went to Game 7. We're not a sports podcast, anyways, but did you see? That was insane, and I am like kicking myself for not betting on them 3 games down. That would, the odds would have been super
That is
juicy.
that's your
I
thing.
love the juicy odds,
Yes, that is your thing.
So
I was actually last night watching the Dallas Stars game as well against the Vegas Golden Knights, and they were down 3-0 also.
Oh.
And in Game 3, their captain Ben cross-checked this guy right in the face, like as he was down on the ice, and got a game misconduct right away, like a minute into the game, and was suspended as well. So that was the game that put them down 3-0, and he was suspended after that. And they came back, they won 4, they won 5, and now they're going back home for 6, and Ben is coming back. So I was thinking that same thing for them. They got the Momo right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, good stuff. Looking forward to this week. Going to be a fun day on Tuesday for sure. And we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah. Anyone that takes part, we're going to have bananas, ladies and gentlemen. So
absolutely.
We're all winners.
definitely looking forward to it. So looking forward to seeing some of these generatives open too. You know what I mean? We haven't seen any of that, so it's going to be fun.
Can't wait.
All right, man. Until then, I will see you on the boards.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter @JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.